Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Remember 11, The Age of Infinity. What age would that be? Either 2011 or 2012. Who knows? I'm not sure which one it is. That's where we last ended it. With Kokoro very certain it was the year 2011. And Satoru was like, what are you doing? It's 2012. Pretty much the summarization of it. So let's see what's up. Sumi just told Kokoro that it's 2012, and I'm sure it's Kokoro's gonna be like, "What?" Her reply startled me.
間違いないですか？ええ。だって去年は2011年だったもの。
That is very good logic. If the last year had been 2011, by gum, 2012 it would be now. I began to feel less sure of what I thought. I'll try asking someone else. I was asking a bunch of people in a institute for the insane is a very great place to go around asking questions about such things. They'll definitely know. Well, I guess it's one of those things where there's a joke where this guy his car broke down in front of an insane asylum, and there's a guy out in the yard who was like, "Hey, you need to do this." And the guy's like, "Oh yeah. Why are you in here anyway? You knew what you were doing." And the guy was like, "I'm here for being crazy, not stupid. It's two different things." So, but still, yeah, they could actually think it's another year. It could go into the realm of mental instability rather than just intelligence. Going into Hattori's room, I found her in bed. Just before, or in other words, one transfer ago, she had been acting quite deranged. However, it seemed she had calmed down completely since then. Seeing me, she roused herself. Still in bed, she tilted her head and stared at me.
小鳥ちゃん、今年って何年だっけ?
As if puzzled, she inclined her head doubtfully against the pillow. Then she hesitantly made a peace sign. Hattori continued to wait in that position. Nodding, she then made a circle with her thumb and index finger. And finally raising both hands, she raised her index finger up to each one.
2011年?
Hattori nodded repeatedly. I was getting more and more confused. Then again, Kokoro, Hattori does have the ID herself. And here's something to think about. Time would move differently. I would think to someone who suffered such a condition, if they are fairly constantly, switching personalities to where the other personality is not aware, almost like it does not exist, then you would think that personality would lose time. If they were to only be that personality, let's just say they're 10 years old. 10 years old. Okay, let's say they've had the condition for 10 years. And they were that personality for 90% of that time. The main dominant one, I guess we could say. We can use official terms that the game has taught us. They would have technically lost a year, you would think. I mean, I don't know how that would be. I guess they would feel that was blackouts rather than, they'd be like a year accumulation, but still, time would be something that would be hard to keep up with, I would imagine. And this is happening in the early part of the year. So it could be late 2011 to Tori. If that's the angle. Of course, I don't know what angle this game is approaching me at. Could be approaching from the other angle, you know, where she's telling the truth and Itsumi is telling a lie, or either she's unaware for some reason. Which one of them is right? Left the room? Ask Uni. This is a return to living area. Uni also entered. In his hands was a small portable radio.
Uni, 今年は何年？また？
Yeah, an exasperated expression on his face. Again, probably means Uni got asked the same question by Satoru.
ごめん。でもお願い。教えて。11年だってば。2011年なのね。そうだよ。一体何なの？なんでもない。
No, it's clear. It's not something that's determined by majority rule, but the answer I got most often was 2011. That does seem to be the case. The only ones that said it was 2012 were Satoru and Itsumi. Everyone else said 2011, so it must be the year 2011 after all. Party like it's 2011. Save the 12 party till next year. Uni's voice sounded slightly troubled. Wondering what was wrong, I watched as Uni randomly pressed switches on his portable radio. Putting in the earphones, he tilted his head this way and that. It seems that the radio is broken. Yeah, I believe that Kokoro is an expert at electronics, and she can fix. She's Mrs. Fix-It. She can fix anything. If breaking it would be better, probably. That's what I get for eating close before recording these. Shouldn't do it. No, I shouldn't. Reach for the radio in Uni's hand. Taking the radio from Uni, I prod at it, turning it around to get a better look at it. Like how she said, is it really broken? It's like saying, another way you could interpret it, are you just too stupid to use this? By the way, if I do ever say something like that, I'm not implying that. People could probably say that about me. Sometimes things just go, but it does kind of sound like that's what she's implying. Push the various switches, but the radio remained quiet, not letting forth even a single word. In the first place, there's nothing displaying on the LCD screen. It had gone completely silent. And you looked at me with an anxious expression. It's got radio on it. AM, FM, TV. TV? That's exactly how I'd be looking at it if it's a TV. I think I saw something move. It's either a guy or an ant. It's a tiny television screen, if that's what it is. That's why I don't know if I could actually watch stuff very well on the phone. I don't have a phone to watch stuff on, but I've always wondered if I could actually do it. I'm holding it like this, but this is not the size of the screen. It's more like, pretty sure if I had a phone, I'd watch it just like this. Yeah. That was funny. That's probably how I do it. I'm afraid that if I ever had a Nintendo DS or anything, that's how I'd play it. You know, the finger being the stylus. And I'm probably not as blind as I would. But I have trouble making out a lot of it.
ダメだ。
You need shoulder slumped in
サ
disappointment.
トルって機械音痴なんだね。
He says it so abruptly, it's kind of a shock. All girls are bad with machines, you
もう
know?
わかんない。
And I won't take it anymore. I tossed the radio aside. I only meant to throw it lightly aside, but due to its weight, it fell with more force than I thought it would. Uh-oh. Made loud noise as it hit the floor. At the moment of impact, the piece flew off the radio. Thought it had broken, but it seems it was only that the back cover of the battery compartment had fallen off.
あ、
You let out a shout of surprise as he picks up the radio.
入ってないや。
That's a good thing to check before you trying to fix it with anything else. I took it all apart. Got like a pile of screws here, all the parts there. Just don't know what's wrong with it. Oh, it didn't have any batteries. Okay, let's see if I can actually put this thing back together. See if it'll work with the batteries now.
ユニごめん。
This is the guy who was so proud that he turned the power back on. Sammy brought us some new batteries, and upon inserting them, the radio immediately came to life. The reception was bad, but voices could definitely be heard through the
するんで
static.
すけれども、いやー、今年も残すところあと352日ですね。
何言ってるんですか小林さん。まだ2011年始まったばかりじゃないですか。
I'm so glad they're talking about that right off the bat. It would be if you fiddle with it a few seconds more before figuring out about the battery situation, she totally would have missed the verifying fact that it's the year 2011. Unless this is one big setup, which I'm not ruling out either. I guess that's a possibility that this is all one crazy big setup that's somebody's trolling everybody. That's always a possibility, I guess. If the possibility of time travel and body switching and stuff is going on, then I guess it's as likely that somebody could be setting this up to make it look like such a thing. I'm sure the DJ on the radio said 2011 just now. I'm glad that guy is really excited about how many days are left in the year. No, I really don't. Well, I don't count the days left. I don't think you start counting towards the last couple months. And it's only 32 days until the end of the year. Yay! I never go like, yes, it's 352 days till the new year. I can't wait. I don't think anybody says that. So I'm glad that the radio DJ was excited about such a fact. And he twisted the
今
tuning
年は
knob.
2011年うさぎ年です。このうさぎ年にちなんで名古屋の栄ではバニーガールのキャンペーンが行われており、大勢の人で
A bunny girl campaign, okay. Sounds like a Japanese type thing. Hey guys, it's the other rabbit. All you ladies dress up in your bunny girl outfits. Oh man, that's amusing.
そういえば今年で地上波アナログ放送が廃止になりますね。計画当初は2011年には不可能だとの声もありましたが、思ったよりも
Okay,
デジ
I
タ
thought
ルへの
this
移
was
行は
it.
スムーズにいったようです。
Was it 2011 when that happened? But it was. No, I think it happened here before then. Had cable for a few years, about 5 years. Before that, we had to buy these converter boxes so that we could convert it through Do they pick it up automatically? I can't remember or did I have to have rabbit ears? Rabbit ears. They really existed. They didn't come with the bunny girl though. That would have been amusing accessory. I'm looking at it right now. That's why I keep looking up that way. If you're wondering, I can't remember if it came if you had to use the rabbit ears or not. Don't really care to test it. I think the rabbit ears are stuffed in a closet somewhere.
10年前にはデジタル対応のテレビって100万円以上したんですよ。
Oh snap! A million yen. That's what is it? $10,000, $100,000, something like that. It's a lot, one way or the other. Minnie continued to fiddle with the tuning knob, skipping from station to station. It seemed he was looking for a program that
と
he
いった
liked.
わけで太陽風は11年周期で強くなったり弱くなったりするのです。そして今年2011年はちょうどその当たり年でありまして、地球の周回軌道上にあるさまざまな衛星が太陽風の影響によりちょっとしたトラブルを起こしているわけです。わかりましたか？
No matter what program he switches to, they're talking about the year 2011. That, I find, is incredibly suspicious. Yeah, that is highly suspicious. Yeah. Something's up with that. This is a setup. She needs to be very, very suspicious of this because something is trying to make her. Something's trying to make her believe it's 2011, which means it must be 2012. Cause I'm a rebel. If you try to make me think something, boom, I will instantly think the other thing. You're really working hard to make me think the sky's blue. I see green. Green skies. No. Well, maybe not quite that. But in a game like this, if something is heavily reinforcing a fact to this degree, I would think that it's not true. Thinking that would be the ultimate twist. Oh, we're making you think it's such a shenanigan, but it's not a shenanigan. Shenanigan. I find it impossible to say that 3 times correctly in a row. There's no way it can be 2012.
つまんないのばっかりだな。
And he switched off the radio. I sank deep into the sofa. Satoru and Itsumi both have it wrong. But those two don't seem like the kind of people to make that kind of a mistake, so why? My sight rests on a large television. What about the TV? Timidly, I tried turning on the power. First thing I saw was a scenic shot of the mountains. No way, are they going to show Mount Akira, I thought, as I brought my face closer to the screen? That was wrong. It was the Jungfrau of Switzerland. I actually feel like I said that correctly. Jungfrau. A mountain range in the Swiss Bernese Alps. Its peak stands at 4158 meters above sea level. The name means Virgin Peak. It was designated a World Heritage Site in 2001. Interesting interpretation. I had seen a photo of it before. A cute little train running along the mountain through the budding greenery. Change of channel. This time it's an ocean scene. A dolphin cuts through the water, swimming at an incredible speed. The woods. A large tree with a width of over 10 meters is on screen. What are these, screensavers or something? Sunshine shines from between the trees and the leaves sway in the wind.
何これ普通の番組はやってないの？もういいや。
I give up on TV, deciding instead to engross myself in thinking. Yeah, that sounds like just a bunch of screensaver type stuff. Funny thing is that the first thing it made me think of was Back to the Future 2. Like those curtains that they pulled down in front of the windows. You know, it was just scenic type stuff. Strange coloring there. Why did Satoru and Natsumi say this was the year 2012? Then, for argument's sake, let's say this is the year 2012. Then the problem with the newspaper would be resolved. Except you're dead. Someone visited the shelter cabin holding a July 2011 issue of the newspaper. The newspaper had a printed obituary for the deceased who died in the very cabin, though it was in rather bad taste. If that someone had left it there, then it would at least be
だけ
consistent.
どそれだけよね。それ以外は全然矛盾してる。
I went to the crash site with Yomogi. There was a fresh scar in the earth from the accident. In no way did it seem that a full year had passed.
今日は2011年
Well,
だ
that
よ。
is true. So, that would be... that thing I said about possibly cryostasis to give them another chance. That would be a scratch for that, except they were going on like it was preserved though. But yeah, it's kind of a mark against that theory though, isn't it? But it doesn't rule it out completely, I don't think. There's no mistaking it. In the first place, I had gotten on the plane in the year 2011 with Wakana as my destination. If this is the year 2012, then where did the blank 1 year period go? Besides, the only two people that, for whatever dumb reason, said it was the year 2012. The Satoru and Natsumi. Other than them, everyone was saying it was the year 2011. Even the radio. Every channel or station. They had informed us that it was the year 2011 on public airwaves. If they were wrong, it'd probably be a huge problem. Yeah? I suddenly tuned back into reality. Uni was singing a song.
カゴの中の鳥はいついつでやる。
Suddenly remembering something, I smiled at Uni.
クマさん、ありがとね。
When I was feeling down in the shelter cabin, Uni's kindness when he hugged me with a teddy bear had left a deep impression on my heart. I wanted to thank him just once. However, Uni just stared at me suspiciously.
なに？ほら、クマさんのぬいぐるみ。
Maybe he doesn't understand because my body is Satoru's right
私は
now.
今、心なの。私を慰めてくれたよね。あの小屋で。小屋？何のこと？そんなことあった？確かに僕は TV、クマのぬいぐるみを持ってたよ。だけどサトルに TV を触らせてあげたことなんてないよ。もちろん心にもね。
It does seem to rule out the possibility of, well, it doesn't rule it out, I don't guess. But in a way, I was kind of thinking maybe the cabin was 2011 somehow. Uni survived like the newspaper said. And that's a year later, and he's in this institute. So, this game can give me a headache. I don't know. Makes it feel like you're right in the shoes. Kokoro's and or Satoru's shoes. Sometimes they're the same shoes, sometimes they're not. But anyway, I do hope you folks enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Hopefully there will be a clarification other than 50 million other questions that are going to be asked. So I'll see you in the next one. Farewell there.